Hey guys, it's Pones and welcome to another episode of my Stoke City career mode in FIFA 19, and today it is episode number 18, and as you can probably tell, this is actually going to be a live com episode since we're in May, the final month of the season. I'm going to live comment and play all through the games with live com as well. I might simulate a few because obviously we've got so many games in this month, as well as the FA Cup final to do, obviously see down here against Preston. But because we've got 5 Premier League games, I might play some and then simulate the rest just to depend on what we've got, because we've got a game against Wolves at home, and a week later we play Southampton at home. Then go to Crystal Palace. I mean, we got 3 games in a week in terms of Crystal Palace away, Burnley at home, and then we got the FA Cup final against Preston, and then one day later we play Nottingham Forest in the final day of the Premier League. So some of these I might simulate. So I'll probably simulate like the Palace game and maybe the last game of the season, and maybe even one other game as well, but I'm not too sure which one yet. But if you look at the Premier League table as it stands going into this last month of the season, we currently sit in 14th position with the 5 games remaining. We're currently 6 points above Nottingham Forest, who sit in the relegation zones with Huddersfield and already relegated Reading. And obviously we're hoping just to stay alive. Obviously we're still in the mix, obviously in the relegation battle, but there's so many teams below us it looks really unlikely at this point. Obviously with the 5 games remaining we can get an extra 15 points, so with 56 points we can still try and get Europa League, but we're out of that anyway. If we beat Preston we can get in the Europa League again next season. But like, if you look at the top half of the table, Arsenal still lead the way, 4 points over Spurs with a game in hand as well, and you've got Chelsea and Man City racking up the top 4, Liverpool sitting 5th, and Leicester are closing in on with a game in hand against Liverpool, so Leicester could even get Europa League as well. Right guys, into the next game, or the first game should I say, of today's episode. Obviously at the Bet365 Stadium we're going to be playing against Wolves, and we're going with an unchanged starting 11 in the 4-1-2-1-2 formation. And yeah, without further ado, let's just get straight into it. So look at this Wolves side then. This is the Wolves side that beat us last time out. Patricia's in goal, Doherty, Bowley and Ashley Young are all on the side still. It's a 5-back formation. Awar is in the team, no Ruben Neves, and Adama, Jota and Catrone all line up the front 3, but we're kicking off now, going for 3 points just to get us clear of that relegation, because we're still a little bit of a threat. We're already going already. Atabo! Oh, already off the post after a minute. Due to Rebic. And Helder Costa can get in behind Ashley Young here, and he has done. Helder Costa gets his old club, falls to save from Patricio and gets us a corner. Here's Adama. He's got past Wilhelms really easily. Ball's into the box and Jota's header is over the bar. Meccano's got to chase Catrone here, who's in behind. He's found Adama, and Adama, the man who won the game in last fixture between us, is actually done it again and put Wolves ahead in the 36th minute. Catrone was in and missed a tackle with Meccano. Adama just came across and slipped the ball past Butland into the corner. And Wolves will, like I say, lead. Jota is on the wing trying to turn on defence, and it's half time. Wolves are in the lead. It's been a close game. There's not been too many chances between both of us, but the one from Adama which put him in the lead is the only one. That was really of significance in this game. And yeah, Wolves lead at the break. Oh, it's a poor ball given away from Etebo. Wolves are just coming forward now, trying to work it well. Ash Young's come forward. It is with Ashley Young, out to Adama, slipped into Catrone, and it's off the post and out. And we got a goal kick from that, and Wolves could have doubled their lead there straight after the second half that started. Coutinho. Ball's trying to be slipped in. Tom Edwards has lost it out. Tom Edwards couldn't clear it, and Ivan Cavallero has doubled Wolves' lead. Tom Edwards is chasing the ball. Looked like he was getting the better of Jota. Jota just turns away from him, and Cavallero at the front post has put the ball past Butland and into the net. We find ourselves with a 2-goal deficit now. Here we go. We've got trying to get an attack go. We need to get back into this game. We've got time to get back into this game. It's just got to be efficient with what we do with the ball. And Etebo. That's a brilliant strike from the Nigerian. That's a thunderous strike to put the ball past Patricio. Helder Costa puts the ball into Malinowski, lays Etebo off. First time strike, bending away from the goalkeeper. That's a lovely first time finish from the international. And we've got ourselves back into this game now. It's 2-1. Here is Bojan to Etebo.
Thinking for the away side, time for a change.
And the ball's come forward. Here's Tierney now. Guerin has finished it off. 2-2 now. Super subs have made a difference. Patrice Guerin, the youngster, gets another goal in the Premier League. And from going 2-0 down, we've pulled it back in a matter of minutes. Kieran Tierney making a lovely run. Guerin in some space, through the legs of the defender. And Patricio did get a hand onto it. But it wasn't enough to push it out of the net. Straight into that top corner. And it's 2-2 now with 10 minutes to go. Could we go on to win it? Coutinho to Cavallero. Bojan does well to win the ball back. I've lost out to Diego Jota. And Jota has put Wolves back in the lead. Lost the ball out in our defence, and Jota can pounce on the mistake and smash it past Butland. Just talking about how we could have a chance at going to try and grab a winner. But when you lose the ball out there, you're going to concede, especially under this difficulty. Now we have to try again to get the equaliser, as it's Stoke 2, Wolves 3. Here we go in again. Rebic to Patrice Guerin. Out wide to Roberts. Tom Edwards. Ball's in. Rebic! 90th minute equaliser from Ante Rebic. Gets his 20th goal of the season. We have fought so hard to try and get something from this game. 2-0 down to put it to 2-2. Lose the lead again. And then again, Rebic has put the ball past Rui Patricio and put us back on level terms yet again in this game. Like I said, that's Rebic's 20th goal of the season, and it was a well-needed one. This might get us at least a point in this game, and we maybe even go on to win it. There's still 3 minutes left to stoppage time. Kieran Tierney trying to keep the ball. Can we get one attack? No, we can't. It's all over. A cracking game of football between the two sides ends in a 3-3 draw. We could have done way better in defence, but our attacking form today has actually been quite good, especially in that second half. We managed to pull 3 goals out of nothing and get at least a point here. Rebic, like I say, grabs another goal, his 20th of the campaign. And if we get a point from this, so like I say, final score, Stoke 3, Wolves 3. Right then guys, moving straight into the next game as we play Southampton, this time at the Bet365 Stadium. I've only made one change into this side, everyone else is pretty much fully fit. What I decided to do is bring Tyrese Campbell in for Mamdouth, as he's just a higher overall than him now. So I just thought I'd just start him in the team and see if his overall does grow a lot quicker than just doing the training. So I'm going to see how he does, and let's get into the game. Yeah, this is the Southampton lineup. We go with a 4 at the back. Dubois and Vestergaard are in the defence with Matt Target. Ward-Prowse is on the side of Lamina. And we're going with 2 forwards with Gignac and Alsoma. Not heard of that Alsoma guy, and let's hopefully he isn't a threat, but last time we played these it was a 1-1 draw at St Mary's, so I'll be looking into at least get a win, obviously. Let's go.
Couple of exceptional talents in a really good game.
And how the Costas managed to find a way through here. I see Tierney at the back stick, and Tierney has put us in front on 9 minutes. The Scottish international has grabbed another goal this season for us. He's been a tremendous signing. I think one of the best signings I think who we brought in at the start of the season. And still, towards the end of the season, he's still showing how good of a player he is. How the Costa managed to find a way through. I saw Tierney running the back stick. It was just a simple header for him, and he wasn't going to mess that up. Just missed the hands of McCarthy in goal as well, and even Vestergaard went flying into the net as well, and one of our players is on their arse and in the net and all. But yeah, 1-0 up after 9 minutes. And the man Lamina's on the ball. And El Yunusi has put Southampton level after only 16 minutes. Mistakes at the back. Wilhelms wasn't making the tackle, and he couldn't take the ball off him, and the switch of play found El Yunusi, who was just free in the box. Tried to slide in last second, but the shot at the near post was too much for Butland, and he couldn't even keep it out either. So now it's 1-1 after 16 minutes. We got to work again to get it back in front. That's a good ball that is from Etebo, finding Tierney. He's got the pace to get away here. He's got to keep the ball away from the defender, which he's doing well. Helder Costa's in a lot of space here, and there we go. Helder Costa puts his back in front on the 40-minute mark. Talking about Kieran Tierney being the signing from this season. Helder Costa was a signing from our very first season back in the Championship, and yet again he's still proving his worth. A lovely left-footed finish. He was in so much space. He wasn't going to miss from there. McCarthy was just shuddering. He was scared of the shot and when it was going to come. And Helder Costa puts his back in front, and it's 2-1 to Stoke. Stoppage time now, but we have one last chance to push the ball at the pitch here. It's a good tackle there by Dubois, and Southampton will have the last attack of the half. He's played it backwards though, and it's half time. 2-1 at the break. 2 goals from both Tierney and Helder Costa. Both of our wingers getting on the score sheet in this half, and that's what separates the two sides with those 2 goals. I don't know whether to have a go or just to try and work a chance here. Let's just play it into Tierney. Takes the turn. He turned well, but the shot just on his weak foot, not going anywhere near the goal or trouble with McCarthy there.
Still transfer speculation about the England forward. We're hearing Alan, he may be on his way to Stoke City.
It's an own goal there. I'm not sure what happened there. The ball just came into the box, and I think it was a mistake at the back, and the balls ended up lobbing Butland and going in. The ball just flicked into the box, and it's come off Upamecano there. He hits it off of his knee, and Butland can't do anything. He can't head it out. He missed the header because obviously he can't catch it, and that own goals gives Southampton an equaliser. Need the support in the middle. It's just areas with Etebo. Etebo taken from under his feet there. Maybe another free kick in a dangerous place. But I am bad at free kicks. I'm going to call my players forward here, I think. I'm going to lay it off to Tyrese Campbell, who can tee it up. And a save from McCarthy. The best option I had there was just to lay off Campbell. on his left foot though. It's a good strike, but McCarthy got there. Lost the ball out here. Southampton are probably going to hold on for this draw. And they have. Trying their best to try and get a third goal after Meccano's own goal. They made this game end in a draw. We had 2 good goals in the first half from both wingers, Tierney and Helder Costa. But that's like I said, that own goal from Meccano has made the game finish with both sides taking a point from this. And that's another draw in this episode. Our score: Stoke 2, Southampton 2. And yes, guys, this is the biggest moment I think I've made throughout the entire season, and probably the entire career mode. But Raheem Sterling has agreed pre-contract deals. I've already accepted it. He's agreed a wage of £210,000 a week. I've just had enough in the budget to offer him that. That's all I could offer him, and he's managed to accept it. So not only have we made John Fatih Art's pre-contract signing and Nabil Fekir, we've also got Raheem Sterling joining the club next season. That's going to be big for us. Obviously the young Englishman does join, obviously on a, does it say how long? I don't think it's got the contract length. Actually, let's go back and have a look. On a 3-year deal. So there we go, another England international into the club. And yes, guys, that is big news for us that we managed to get Raheem Sterling, and he's really going to help us with Nabil Fekir, obviously with next season. And this is probably why we're suddenly sitting in 17th position with 3 games left to go in the Premier League. But obviously we're 1 place obviously above the relegation zone, but that is as far down as the table as we can go, as Nottingham Forest are also relegated down into the Championship along with Huddersfield and Reading. Huddersfield obviously also can only get up to 35 points, where Nottingham Forest can only hit a max of 39 points. Obviously, so that means both of them are relegated, and we do survive in the Premier League and fight another season. But all we need to do now is start working our way up the table. Let's say we've got 3 games to go, and 9 points still on offer, which means 52 points, and 52 points could take us up to 10th position, which where West Ham sit at the moment. So we've got a bit of work to do. 3 games to go. Hopefully we can get some wins against them. We've got Crystal Palace to play, Burnley, and then also relegated Nottingham Forest as the last game as well. But Nottingham Forest comes literally literally 1 day after the FA Cup final against Preston. So I'm playing the Crystal Palace one. I'm going to simulate the Burnley one. Then I'm going to play the FA Cup final and then simulate the last game of the season against Nottingham Forest. Right, guys, this is the side I'm going to use for the game against Crystal Palace, going down to Selhurst Park in South London. And yep, I'm going with it's an unchanged starting 11 from the last game against Southampton. I feel like it played well. All I need to do is just work on not conceding as many goals. So without further ado, we just need to get down there, and we need to get a win just to start climbing the table into a more respectable position, since we can't get relegated.
What a change in atmosphere, Alan, because they are safe now. That's been guaranteed. They might just enjoy this game.
Yeah, I thought at one stage they looked doomed, but they've just about managed to pull it round, so well done.
Thank you very much. Let's listen to Martin Tyler and Alan Smith tell me I'm not doomed and give me a well done. And thanks to the commentators for saying that. As here we go, it's the side. Gaeta still in goal, Wan-Bissaka, Tompkins, Sacco, and Jorge in the back, with Maya and Milivojevic in the centre midfielders, Alex Iwobi in the side with Benteke starting up front, and Zaha is actually on the bench with Entep and Connor Wickham. Right, that's all we need to know. Just need to try and get 3 points. Like I say, we can enjoy this game. Let's just see if we can enjoy it with a win. But I don't like this kick clash, it's not very nice. It's Tierney. Not a fan of this kick clash, it's killing my eyes, this is. Etebo, Tyrese Campbell. Ooh, after outside the post. Kynes is on the ball again, and Etebo with a brilliant tackle. And we go again here. Tyrese Campbell gives it to Rebic. Let's see Kieran Tierney running behind here. Kieran Tierney, can he finish it off? He can't. Aaron Wan-Bissaka gets back just in time to cover the shot. And we got a corner from that though. Ball's in. Going towards the keeper. Yeah, too close to Guaita then. Malinowski. Etebo. Running at the players now. Sees Helder Costa running through. Surely 1-0. And it is. Helder Costa puts me 1-0 up. And puts Stoke 1-0 up. This kit clash has been absolutely horrible. It's been terrible to play with. But no matter that, we do manage to find a way through. Lovely ball in. Helder Costa made a lovely run in behind the defenders there. And he's just slotted it into the corner on his strong foot past Guaita in the net. It's taken 43 minutes to do that, but nonetheless we do have the lead here. Crystal Palace 0, Stoke 1. As Helder Costa grabs his 7th of the campaign. Guaita hits it away as it's half time. That one goal from Costa there in that 43rd minute is the only difference maker. That's the only good chance we've had. We've had a lot of our players running down the wings and cutting through the defence that way, and that's how we best our attacks are. That's the best way we can get our attacks off, and yeah, that's how we take the lead. Can we get our players in behind here? Can Tierney make a run? He has making a run. Kieran Tierney cuts inside again. He's in space. Tierney! And he has got a second for us. Kieran Tierney has done it and put us 2 ahead. Like I say, it's our wingers at the moment in this episode that are grabbing all of our goals. Tierney and Costa have been on tremendous form. Fake shot and the defender overrun. And a right-footed finesse into the corner. Gives us a 2-goal cushion in this game. And we said we needed to get a win to help us climb the table and get a more respectable position. So far we're doing that. Stoke fans behind us are happy. And I'm happy as well. Palace 0, Stoke 2. Oh, Palace are working that ball well. I was quiet there. I was trying to focus on my defending, and even though I was doing that, it didn't really make a difference as one of the Palace players has finessed that into the corner very slowly. I was just trying to be careful of the tackles. Lovely flash of play at a slow looping ball over the keeper. Let's give Palace a goal back and a way back into this game. Palace 1, Stoke 2. Making 2 changes, as you can see, Malinowski and Edwards are coming off, and Bula and Bauer are replacing them. More of a defensive switch just to keep it fresh, because I don't really want to concede yet again. I don't want another draw. The ball's been put in, and Wan-Bissaka's header forces a save from Butland. Wilfred Zaha, good tackle by Upamecano. Jorge to Zaha. He's played it through off the post. Get it clear, get it away. And Bula. Let's just keep going forward. The post has saved us from conceding there. I'm going to hit it back towards Butland and just leave it up there. That's what I'm doing. That's how I'm going to win the game. I'm going for the attack and I decide to opt out of it. We managed to win the game though. That was all. That was the important thing. The goal from Helder Costa in the first half give us the lead at the break, and then Kieran Tierney's moment of magic early on in the second half give us the 2-goal cushion. Palace did find a way back through with Frullo with that curling effort, but we held on for that last half hour to a 2-1 win. Right guys, next up, like I said, I'm going to be simulating this game against Burnley. This is only the second game I've actually simulated all season, so obviously completely rotated the team as much as I can. I still get Butland in goal, and I still get Tierney in the side as well. Obviously that's all I've done with the first teamers. I've just left those guys in. But obviously the FA Cup final was actually in like 4 days time, so that's why I've done that. Up against Burnley, I actually played these when I played these away. I lost to these guys. because the team they had was actually a lot better than mine at the time, and I think that was just getting used to it. Oh, look at that, and because obviously Patrice Guerin, our youngster, started off by getting us the goal early on, but Vidra gave him an equaliser 3 minutes later with the penalty, and Brady in the second half has just given him a 2-1 lead, less than half an hour left to go. Obviously all of our players are getting subbed on now. Rebic has come on last 10 minutes. Can we get something out of this game? We can't. We do lose 2-1 to Burnley. Burnley do take 6 points off us this season, but another goal for Guerin now is going to help his confidence, but nonetheless we lost the game. But here we go then, guys. This is the big one. This is the big one of the episode. A second consecutive FA Cup final and a second consecutive final against the Championship side as we take on Preston at Wembley Stadium. I'm going with the starting 11, the normal starting 11 they use for the Premier League. Butler in goal, Edwards at right back, Martins and for corner at centre backs, Wilhelms at left back, Etebo in defensive midfield, Costa on the right, Tierney on the left, Malinowski and Cam, with Tyrese Campbell and Ante Rebic up front. And hopefully this should be another FA Cup for us. It is Preston after all. I'm not going to say anything against them. Like I said, they have beaten Arsenal in the semi-finals, so they're still going to be a tough side to take down. But we win this FA Cup final, obviously we also get into Europa League football for next season as well, which is a key for us, I think, especially with the likes of Fekir and Sterling joining us next season. We need to get them some European action. So without further ado, let's head to Wembley. So here we are, guys. This is our home, away from home. This is Wembley Stadium, and we're here for the FA Cup final. Let's have a look at this Preston team. I know Declan Rudd's in there and Alan Brown. They're two names that are familiar to me, and that's pretty much all of them as well. I think Robertson as well, their left midfielder. They're the only three players of that team I really recognise. And yeah, that's all I can say about Preston, to be honest with you. You know my squad. Let's get into this final and let's see if we can pick up that trophy for a second time. Rebic, Campbell, and Tyrese Campbell. He's got us the first goal of this game after only 7 minutes. A lovely football. I was trying to focus on as much as I can. I want to try and get an early lead, and that's what I've just done. Played it through. Etebo's pass out wide, one touch passing into Campbell. He hits it first time, and he finesses that into the corner past Rudd. Tyrese Campbell was the first person I used in the FA Cup last season. He was the first person that got the goal against Sheffield Wednesday, you remember, back in the Championship and in the season 1. And he's got his first goal in this FA Cup season as we lead 1-0. Costa to Etebo. Rebic, Malinowski. He took that on his weak foot. I wanted him to take it with his left. If he took it with that, I reckon it would have been easier for him to. He just skipped over his left foot and hit it with his right, and that's not what I wanted him to do. So it was a lovely drive there, but the referee's blown it for half time. We do lead 1-0 after Tyrese Campbell's early goal. But other than that, we haven't really created too many great opportunities, and neither have Preston. To be honest, Preston haven't really been in this game whatsoever. And that's how you give it back to them. Butchell, Robinson. And the referee's giving the free kick for that. I don't think I did anything wrong there. Barkhuizen's free kick over the bar. Brown goes Ledson over the ball over the top to the winger, to Maguire. A speculative effort, but only found the side netting in the end. Ball's out wide to Tierney. It's a good ball. Cuts inside, Kieran Tierney. Rolling through, Tyrese Campbell's shot. Save from Rudd again. Can we get the good ball in? We can, towards Etebo. Peter Atabo gets a brilliant volley there from the resulting corner and fires the ball past Rudd, and to ruin his saving streak. Ball's in well. Atabo gets the right side of the defender, just volleys that and smashes it in past the keeper. Atabo scored 2 good goals in this episode. The one against Wolves and then that one there in the FA Cup final. And scoring that goal gives that 2-goal cushion with 10 minutes to go. And this surely could mean a second consecutive FA Cup trophy coming to the Potteries. That's a lovely play. I think Atabo might be offside though. He isn't offside. Peter Atabo's onside and in the box. And he loses it. I honestly thought it was offside then. I wasn't really focused on him being on. But it was a really good run there.
You can feel the frustration in this stadium. Their team's been poor so far.
And Tierney with a stupid back heel gives the ball to Barkhusen. But that's full time. Back to back FA Cup winners. 2 goals, one from Campbell in the 8th minute and one from Atabo in the 80th minute, have secured us this FA Cup trophy yet again. It's been a great run and a much easier run, like I said last time out. Well, this time out was a lot easier than last time out. And a well-deserved trophy yet again. We fought hard this season in Europa League, and getting knocked out has given us a little bit more comfort to focus on other tournaments just like this one. So you can say getting knocked out of the Europa League is a blessing in disguise. We haven't done so well in the Premier League this season, but the main thing is we survived in the Premier League, which is the key for us. And we've done well in the FA Cup yet again, as Jack Butland comes up to lift the trophy for Stoke City. It's a great trophy to have your name on. Before I came along here to Stoke, Stoke had not had the name on it, and now they've had it twice in 2 years. This means we're back in Europa League football next season. Right guys, as you can see, we are FA Cup champions, and obviously the next day, as you guys know, we've got a game against Nottingham Forest at home, and yep, I'm not going to play this one. Literally, I'm putting out this squad, which is just pretty much a squad full of youngsters. That is actually a messed up team though. So I'm going to just sort this team out, because we will be rocking this side. It is basically a full youth team squad, with the exception of a few players like Lucas is in there, Shawcross is in there, and also Bauer. Got like that Charlie Adam and Bojan on the bench if I need to try and get them on to try and make sure I get a win or something like that. But I'm just checking out this team. It's no real significance if I win or lose this game, just literally because Nottingham Forest are already relegated and we're already staying up. So we're just going to be quickly simulating this and just see what happens in this game. And obviously they've lost a lot, last 2 games and drew against Man United, so we're going to skip it and we get a 2-0 win. Actually, that's very good. A goal in the 34th minute from Patrice Guerin and one in the 54th minute from Moore actually give us the win. So all of our youngsters getting a good run out in the last day of the Premier League season, and also a win to finish it off as well, which is absolutely brilliant. Hey, Peter Atabo actually grabs the May Player of the Month award, actually. Very well deserved. Anyway, like I say, I'm actually going to go through all of the tables now, just to see where everybody in all of the English leagues has finished. As you see, we finished off in 13th position. We finished with 12 wins, 13 draws and 13 losses. We conceded 60 goals, which is obviously a bit disappointing we conceded that many, considering the only teams to concede 60 or more goals were all the teams in the relegation zones, which were Nottingham Forest, Huddersfield and Reading, and all 3 of those teams will be playing in the Championship next season. Newcastle United finished in 17th, which is a bit disappointing for them, because obviously they have a very strong side, and it's a bit unexpected that you'd see them a bit further down than that, in that position, I would say. Bournemouth finished in 15th, Watford in 14th, and West Ham finished up in 11th. Burnley managed to climb up into 10th position after they were down a bit lower than us actually towards the start of the episode, finished on 50 points in the end. Leicester finished in 9th, obviously that's a normal position for them as they've been finished in over the years. And look at the top 6. And all the normal top 6 clubs have finished in those top 6 places, with Arsenal at the top of the table winning the league on 73 points, 5 points clear of their North London rivals. Manchester City also get into a Champions League place with Chelsea, and Liverpool miss out by 5 points, finishing in the Europa League spot. Actually, before I do, I'm going to go through all the other competitions this year. Obviously, Manchester City won the Community Shield over us at the start of the season. We were obviously, as you just seen, won the FA Cup. It was Chelsea to win the Carabao Cup over Southampton 3-0 in the end. It's PSG to take down Manchester United in the Champions League. And in the Europa League, Manchester City were 3-0 victors over Roma, very comfortable in the end, so they won the Europa League. Right then, so here we go. We're looking through all the other leagues now. And obviously we're going to start off in League 2 this time. I remember last season I started off in Premier League, then we're down the division. We're going to go up this time. So in starting off in League 2, it was Morecambe and Grimsby, which in real life those two teams would be going into the conference, but obviously the conference is in FIFA, so they obviously aren't getting relegated. Macclesfield managed to stay in 22nd. Go up here at the table. Let's see another local rival team to Stoke, Crewe Alexandria finishing in 10th position. Port Vale finished in a playoff spot, which is not very good for us. So obviously we don't like Port Vale, who does? So they finished in 6th. And it was MK Dons, Coventry and Bury getting automatically promoted, with Shrewsbury, Rochdale, Port Vale and Mansfield Town with the playoffs to play. Let's have a look into League 1. It was Ipswich and QPR to get automatically promoted back up into the Championship, with Scunthorpe, Rotherham, Portsmouth and Luton Town all fighting out for that last position in the Championship. Let's have a look a bit further down. Peterborough finished in 9th. You got teams like Fleetwood in 12th, Notts County in 18th, and the teams getting relegated are Lincoln City, Bristol Rovers, Accrington Stanley and AFC Wimbledon. And in the Championship, it is Charlton Athletic, Barnsley and Bolton all to get relegated. Sunderland, who were promoted from League 1 last season, just managed to survive. Actually, well, not say just, they've survived over 9 points, but they've actually stayed in the Championship, and it's those 3 teams going down. Sheffield United are actually the Premier League, actually just been promoted into Premier League in real life. They are actually in 20th position. Birmingham and Hull finished off in 16th and 17th. Norwich down in 15th as well. Middlesbrough obviously at the bottom end of the top half of the table. Preston, who we played in the FA Cup final, are down in 9th. And let's see who's going up. It's Brighton and Fulham, 2 of the teams relegated from the Premier League last season, going straight back up, with both exceeding 100 points or more. It's Swansea, Leeds, West Brom or Sheffield Wednesday that will be joining us in the Premier League. So this is it, guys. This marks the end of Season 2, and obviously it's been quite a decent campaign for us actually. Obviously managing to stay in the Premier League was obviously the big goal, and finishing mid-table as well was even better. And we've got lots of players joining us next season as well on pre-contracts, so that's just all we need to do now is just end the season and get into season number 3. So guys, here we are for season number 3, and as you can see on here as well, we've got some players joining us as well. There's Raheem Sterling joining us after his move from Man City on a pre-contract deal, as well as John Philippe Arp as well, who has also joined, and he's also taken number 9 shirt. But let's have a look at what we've got in this season. This is what we have. We've got Raheem Sterling joining us on a pre-contract, as well as John Philippe Arp and also Nabil Fekir. All 3 of those players are joining us on those pre-contract deals. We've got Bennett, who has also left the club on loan after agreeing a loan last season with Kayserispor. Moritz Bauer left the club and gone to Hoffenheim, and Jetro Wilhelms, as I've shown you last season as well, has also left for Villarreal. This is the Premier League table for the new season. Obviously no games played, but yep, just to confirm, it's Brighton that's come up, Fulham and Leeds United, who won the playoffs in the Championship. Those 3 teams have come up from the Championship and we'll be playing them this season. This is how our squad looks in season 3. Obviously with the signings of Sterling, Fekir and John Philippe Arp, obviously the squad has improved massively. Obviously Kieran Tierney, who was playing left mid last season, obviously now Wilhelms has gone, I've put him into the left back, so I think he'd be very very good overlapping full back as well with Tom Edwards as well. This season I really need to focus on getting another centre back in, and I know I brought John Philippe Arp in, but I really need another really quality striker. I reckon I've got the budget to bring in a high class striker as well as a really good high class centre back, and I'll try and get in some more maybe 80 rated players, maybe just less than that, just as backups. Does they have all the players I have in my bench and reserves are low 70 to mid 70 rated players, with the exception like Roberts and my keeper Gonfier. A lot of them are very low rated players, so I need to increase the depth of squad as well as with the quality of the squad. But that, guys, is where we will finish off today's episode. Obviously, the season 2 is now finished, and season 3 will continue in the next episode. So hopefully you guys will look forward to that. And I've enjoyed season 2. And now we've got another season in the Premier League, and I can't wait to get underway with it. And I'll probably get this episode out for you guys, the next episode out for you guys as fast as I can. Probably do it next week while Stoke play Charlton in the league. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure you leave us a like. If you haven't, you can also drop a dislike, let me know why there's a like in the comments below so I can review my videos. If you're new, be sure to subscribe to the channel, because not only do I do my career videos, I also vlog Stoke City home games as well, so be sure to check all those ones out on my channel as well. I recently went to the QPR game where, yeah, it's a bit unfortunate we lost, but it was still a great game with some fantastic atmosphere as well, so be sure to check that out as well. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. This is Podes, and I'm signing out. Peace.